Hello everyone, I'm Sebastian Y, and this is Foundations of Economics. In this video, we're going to talk about our second economic model, the production possibilities frontier. The production possibilities frontier shows us the combinations of outputs that an economy can feasibly produce given the available technology and productive resources. To get a little bit of terminology out of the way, the combinations of outputs are called bundles. We're going to talk about a simple example here of a small economy that produces only two goods, rum and bananas. The curve on this graph is our PPF. Each of the points anywhere along this graph are the bundles. Any given bundle has a certain amount of rum and a certain amount of bananas. Any bundle that lies directly on the PPF, such as A and B, use all of the resources of the economy efficiently. Bundles within the PPF, like bundle C, are feasible. Our economy can produce that bundle, but it's not efficient. We can always do better than a point that is inside the PPF. So you can see here that we can go from point C to point B and get 20 more rum without giving up any bananas. Or alternatively, we can go from point C to point A and get 40 more bananas and give up no rum. So there's no reason to ever be at point C. It's not efficient. Now, bundles outside the PPF, like point D, are not feasible given our current resources. While we might love to be at point D, it's just not possible right now. The PPF illustrates the important point that people face trade-offs. If we're using our resources efficiently and we're at a point like point A, and we wanted to have more rum, we would have to give up some bananas by moving along the PPF down to a point like point B. So if we wanted to go from point A to B and get 80 rum instead of 60, we're going to have to give up 40 bananas going from 160 to 120. The slope of the PPF tells us what is the rate at which we must give up one good for the other. Suppose we're currently producing 200 bananas, the maximum amount, and 0 rum. But we want to get a little bit of rum, let's say 20 units. We're going to have to give up a small amount of bananas to do so. The amount of bananas that we have to give up is called the opportunity cost. From here, let's say we wanted to get even more rum, 20 more rum, and get to this point. We now have to give up more bananas, and we can see that the number of bananas that we had to give up is bigger than before. To get another 20 units, we're going to move to point A, and you can see that we had to give up even more bananas. And we can continue to do this and see that the opportunity cost for rum is growing the more rum that we already have. We can see that the final 20 units of rum going to 80 to 100, we have to give up a huge amount of bananas, 120 this time. This is what gives the production possibilities frontier this characteristic bowed out shape. We could also do this exercise the other way around and start from this point right here and start to add bananas, and you can see that the opportunity cost of bananas also grows the more we already have. One reason for this is that resources within an economy have specialization. Let's take labor, for example. People who are very good at growing bananas, in all likelihood, are not very experienced in making rum, and vice versa. People who are really good at making rum, probably not so good at making bananas. And so if we are in an all-banana economy, everybody, including the people who aren't very good at it, are all dedicated to bananas. And so if we're going to start producing some rum, who are the first people we're going to move over to rum? The people who are good at it, who also happen to not be so good at making bananas. And so we can get a large amount of rum for relatively little cost. But if we get to the point where we're converting to a fully rum-based economy, all the really good banana farmers are going to have to go and do that too, and we're going to lose out on all of those bananas that they could have produced. I mentioned earlier that the PPF shows us the combinations of outputs that can be produced with the current resources. But the current resources and technology can change. Let's suppose that a new technology comes along that allows us to double banana production. In this graph, I've shown the original PPF from the previous graph in blue and our new PPF in red. You can see at any given point, say point A, previously, when producing 60 rum, we could also produce 160 bananas, but now with the red PPF, we can produce 320 bananas and 60 rum. New technology opens up new possibilities. You can see that there's only one point on the PPFs that is still the same, which is when we were producing all rum. In this case, the new banana technology is not affecting us at all. But that's not to say we can only use this to get more bananas. That's one option. We could go from A to B and just stay at the same amount of rum but get lots more bananas. But we can also take advantage of this new technology to get more of both and move from point A to point C. Rum production itself is not any more efficient than it used to be, but we can take advantage of this new banana technology to get some more of both goods. The last thing I wanted to mention here is that the production possibilities frontier only tells us about what is possible. It does not tell us about what is preferable. In this example, points B and C are both efficient in that they use all of our economy's resources, but to know which one we would rather be at depends on how much society values rum and bananas. One thing we can say, though, is that the preferred bundle has to be on the PPF, because you can always do better than a point that's inside the PPF. Now that we've learned the basics of the PPF, next time we are going to apply it to thinking about how economies can trade with each other. But that's all for now. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Thanks for watching.